What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another Karachi airport update. This is going to be the last one of the year and also a pretty special one. If you guys saw the last Karachi update, then you'd know that I mentioned the next one would be a special fantasy update, and that's what this is going to be. So basically the fantasy update, what it's all about is that this is basically what I think Karachi is going to look like within the next 5 years with regards to new airlines serving the airport. So all the international carriers you'll see in this video don't currently serve Karachi, but some of them have rumors that they will be starting service soon, but they haven't confirmed anything. So as you can see, the first one, United, they have no plans, but I just thought they would be cool to add. But yeah, it's going to be a pretty fun video. Last Karachi update of the year. Let's go ahead and get it started. So as always, we'll get started off with the domestic terminal first. Now this update doesn't have any time period, or it's not anything realistic. It's just a fantasy sort of fictional update. So there won't be any realistic flight numbers or whatever, but the routes are still going to be 100% realistic. So don't get me wrong on that. But as you can see, the domestic terminal looks extremely busy right now. It's never really been this busy ever, as far as I can tell. It might have been at some point, maybe it is, I don't know, but yeah, it's quite busy. This is full capacity almost, and considering how quickly the Pakistan aviation industry is expanding these days, even considering 2020, it's been growing super fast. I'm really confident that sites like this are going to be even more common within the next 5 years. You got airlines like Serene Air and AirBlue, which are growing very fast. Serene Air is getting A330s. They have plans to get 2 more 330s. AirBlue is getting 321 Neos. And then even PA, you can't forget PA. They have plans to get some more A320s, I think, by the beginning of 2021. And then, of course, you have the new airlines like AirCL. AirCL is supposed to begin operations in about 2 days officially, which is really exciting. And I'll definitely see if I can make my own custom AirCL model one day. We'll see about that. But yeah, so this is basically it. So we have every single gate occupied except for this stand right here. But yeah, and I forgot what I was gonna say. I feel like I was gonna say something, I can't remember. But yeah, on the domestic scales, Pakistan's aviation industry, I've mentioned this in many videos, it's growing really fast. And stuff like this, full airports, full terminals, I hope it'll be a common sight within the next few months and years. So the first aircraft we'll start off with is this PA A320 in the retro colors. Just landed from Faisalabad. This is taxiing in to stand number 18. At gate 17 is the AirBlue A320, and this is getting ready to depart in about 20 minutes for Lahore. Pushing back at gate 16 is the PA 777-200ER. This is going to head off to Islamabad. Now in 2020, PA, they haven't really been operating too many 777s on domestic flights, primarily because they've been busy with repatriation flights and then other international routes. So for the last few months, 777s on the domestic flights between Karachi, Islamabad, Karachi, Lahore, etc., they've not been too common. They've been pretty rare, actually. I think just yesterday or a few days ago, they operated a 777 between Islamabad, Karachi. It was a 777-300ER, I think. They might do it once a week, I think, between Karachi, Islamabad, but between Karachi, Lahore, Karachi, and the other major cities, they don't really do 777s anymore, which is kind of sad because they used to do this every day on the morning flights and the evening flights. They used to do 777s quite often between the major cities, but lately they really haven't been doing too many domestic 777 flights, which is kind of sad. But because more people are flying these days, it won't be long before you'll see 777s back on the domestic flights, hopefully. So that's why I put this in here. At gate 15 is the AirBlue A320 with Sharklets, and this is going to be operating a flight up to Peshawar. That's a fictional route because AirBlue doesn't fly to Peshawar right now from Karachi, but hopefully someday they'll reopen that route and they'll serve Peshawar from Karachi once again. At gate 14 is the PA A320, which just came in from Quetta, and it's going to go off to Multan in about 2 hours. Over here is a Serene Air Boeing 737-800, just came in from Peshawar. It's going to head off to Islamabad in about 2.5 hours time. And finally, here's the PI A320, which just came in from Sialkot, and it's going to go to Lahore in about 90 minutes. Alright, now it's time for probably the best part of the update, the international terminal. So every single airline you see in this shot right now does not fly to Karachi at the moment. However, some of the airlines have rumored they'll be returning to Karachi soon, but nothing has been confirmed yet. So we got Malaysia Airlines, Lufthansa, United, Virgin Atlantic, British Airways, KLM, and Ethiopian. So none of them fly to Karachi at the moment, but some of them have hinted that they might come back soon. So let's go ahead and get it going. Alright, starting off at gate number 22, we got the Malaysia Airlines Boeing 737-800, which just came in from Kuala Lumpur's Flight 160. It's going to go back to Kuala Lumpur's Flight 161. And speaking of Kuala Lumpur, today actually marks 1 year since I was on my way to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for vacation when I went in December 2019. So it's crazy, it's already been a year since that. And that was my last major vacation before the world went crazy. Yeah, Malaysia Airlines, they flew to Karachi up until 2014 with that same flight number 160 inbound and 161 back to Kuala Lumpur. And they used to operate the Airbus A330-300 mostly, A330-200 as well. They ended service to Karachi in 2014 following the terrorist attack on the airport back in February. I think it was February 2014. And it was a fairly significant attack. I mean, the airport terminal, the passenger terminal itself, luckily was not affected too much, but some of the cargo area and the hangars, they were pretty significantly impacted. So because of that attack and the worsening security situation, Malaysia Airlines left, Cathay Pacific left, and Singapore Airlines, they also left. But now things are way better in Pakistan than they ever were. And that's why you see Virgin Atlantic coming back, and Pegasus, and British Airways. So definitely I can see Malaysia Airlines coming back, and it makes sense too, because you see Lahore, they already have Malindo Air, and they fly from Lahore to Kuala Lumpur nonstop, and then PA also flies from Islamabad to Kuala Lumpur nonstop. So I mean, Karachi is the only one left out without a nonstop to Malaysia. PA used to do Kuala Lumpur as well, but they ended it back in 2018, I think, and they just left it out of Islamabad. So if any non-stops to Malaysia do start up from Karachi, I can definitely see Malaysia Airlines doing it. I don't know if it'd be on the 737-800. Maybe it's like a 6 hour flight to Malaysia from Karachi, so maybe a 737 or maybe an A330. So yeah, but Malaysia Airlines hopefully soon, if things get better for them, because they're in a bad financial state. Hopefully if things get better for them, they'll be back within 3 years. Alright, so this one's probably the most likely out of all of them. It's the Lufthansa Airbus A350-900. This is operating to and from Frankfurt. Lufthansa actually sent some executives to Karachi back in October or November to check out the airport and the facilities, and they have actually rumored that they'll be starting service sometime in 2021, I think spring 2021, with the A350 from Frankfurt, which is going to be really exciting, and they haven't confirmed it, but there are rumors circulating. I've gotten some information from some sources that Lufthansa is looking at Karachi next year, which will be amazing, and it'll most likely be a 350 from what I can tell. And yeah, Lufthansa last flew to Karachi back in 2007. They did Frankfurt to Karachi, Karachi Lahore, Lahore to Frankfurt on the Airbus A300, and they stopped flying to Karachi 2007. Pretty sure either because of high fuel prices or low passenger traffic, or the worsening security situation. But either way, Lufthansa is looking to come back soon, and I can't wait. Alright, here at gate 24, this one doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but it's the United Airlines Boeing 787-9 operating to and from Chicago O'Hare nonstop. Now you're probably wondering, why is United in here? They definitely won't be flying to Karachi soon, but the way I see it, United, they've been launching lots of new routes to India. They just started a new route from Chicago to Delhi, I think earlier this month, and they have a new route from San Francisco to Bangalore starting next year. So United is definitely looking at South Asia really seriously, and I definitely think sometime soon they will be the first U.S. carrier to start flights to Pakistan after a very long time nonstop. Before United, last ever U.S. carrier to serve Pakistan passenger service was Pan Am back in the 90s, they used to operate from Frankfurt and then onwards to Mumbai or something like that. But yeah, Pan Am was the last US passenger airline serving Karachi. And since then, nobody else has come back. American Airlines, I doubt they'll be starting Pakistan service. They were rumored to start JFK Islamabad service. I don't know whoever told me that, but that was a rumor and that never happened. I don't think it ever will happen, but United definitely, if any US carrier is to start nonstop service to Pakistan, it's definitely going to be United, either from Chicago or from Newark, because I see that's probably where you have the most traffic to Pakistan from those two areas, you know, the New York City area and the Chicago area, but also San Francisco or LA, that could work as well, but or Houston as well, that could also work. But yeah, United definitely, I can see them in Pakistan sometime within the next 5 years, but I could be wrong on that. Next up here is a more realistic one. It's the Virgin Atlantic Boeing 787-9 operating to and from London Heathrow. Virgin Atlantic, they don't have any plans to start Karachi at the moment. They just launched Islamabad and Lahore last week. Unfortunately, they've had to cancel both flights for the time being because of a new mutant coronavirus. I don't know what it is. It's like a mutant version of the current virus that's been surfacing in the UK, and it's way more dangerous and contagious than the current one from China. So because of this new health risk coming from the UK, 60 or so countries, including Pakistan, they've all canceled services. They canceled all flights from the UK. So sadly, Virgin Atlantic and British Airways, they no longer fly to Pakistan because of the services being suspended because of the mutant virus there. But hopefully, if things get better, Virgin Atlantic is looking at Karachi. They actually rumored it with the Heathrow third runway expansion. If Heathrow was to be cleared to do that third runway, they were planning a huge expansion, and Karachi was on that list. A few days ago, the UK High Court or whatever, they actually approved the third runway expansion, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen because you have all these environmentalists who are against the third runway expansion. But if it does happen, then Karachi will definitely be starting within, like, by 2025 from London on Virgin Atlantic. But yeah, even if it doesn't happen, even if they don't do the third runway, regardless, I think Virgin Atlantic will definitely come to Karachi sooner or later because, again, there's a lot of demand between the UK and Pakistan. And just like Virgin Atlantic, here we have the British Airways Boeing 787-8 just landed from London Heathrow. It's just taxiing into the gate. British Airways, they were rumored to be looking at starting Karachi service by next year. That's what somebody told me, but I don't think that's going to happen considering the new health risk that's been coming out of the UK. But yeah, if they were to start Karachi service, it'd definitely be on the 787-8 because that's what they fly to Lahore. And they fly the 777-200 to Islamabad at the moment, or they did before the flights were suspended. British Airways, they flew to Karachi back in the day. I can't remember when they stopped flying to Karachi, but they did. I can't find any pictures of them, but I have no idea what they flew to Karachi and when they stopped flying to Karachi. So if anybody knows, then please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, British Airways will definitely be back in Karachi sometime before 2025 for sure, just because of all the demand between the UK and Pakistan. And they were planning it anyway. I heard rumors they were supposed to be here by 2021, but they might postpone that to 2022 or something. But yeah, they'll be back soon. Alright, next up here is the KLM Boeing 777-300ER. This is taxiing out for departure to Amsterdam. And first of all, sorry about the background noise. I know it's been annoying you guys for like the last few minutes, but it's not my fault. I can't control it, so please do bear with me on that. But yeah, KLM, they flew to Karachi up until 2002. They stopped flying there 2002, I think, or 2000 and something, I don't know. But they used to fly to Karachi up until the early 2000s on the 747. And they've been flying, before that they were flying to Karachi for a long time. I mean, KLM had their own hotel in Karachi called the Midway House, and originally that was established as sort of a stopover point for passengers because KLM, they had a route from Amsterdam to Jakarta, Indonesia, and one of the stopovers on that route was Karachi. And this was way before like you had non-stop capabilities, you know, with the aircraft back then. But yeah, so KLM, they used to operate a variety of stops on the route from Amsterdam to Jakarta, and Karachi was like sort of the midway point between Amsterdam and Jakarta, so that's why they set up that hotel called the Midway House. And the idea was that passengers could spend the night in Karachi before continuing their journey on to Jakarta the day after. I think that's how it worked. I can't remember. So they had their own hotel in Karachi. KLM did. And right now, that hotel is no longer affiliated with KLM. I don't know who owns it now. I think it's like either some private company or whatever. But yeah, KLM used to have their own hotel in Karachi. And as a matter of fact, they even have a plane that was named after Karachi, 747-400, registration PH-BFK, was named the city of Karachi. I don't think it ever flew to Karachi. It might have. I don't know. But yeah, they had their own plane. Look, it's right here. City of Karachi. You can see it in the nose there. So this aircraft sadly was retired back in 2016 and no longer flies, but it's still really cool. They had a whole plane named after Karachi. So KLM, if they, I'm pretty sure they're gonna look at Karachi soon. If they do start Karachi, it'll be in the 787 most likely. I don't have a 787, so I'm using the 777. And I think it would work because, again, there's a big Pakistani community in the Netherlands, and big shout out to 777 lover. He's from Karachi, currently studying in the Netherlands. I think he would appreciate KLM doing a nonstop to Karachi as well. So yeah, KLM's definitely another airline I can definitely see back in Karachi, considering they have such a big history here. They would do really well if they were to restart service. So hopefully sometime by 2022 or 2021 maybe KLM will come back, but we'll see. Next up here is the Ethiopian 777-200LR. This is pushed back for its return flight to Addis Ababa. I can't remember if Ethiopian ever flew to Karachi. I don't know if they did, or I don't know, but they do have, I heard some rumors they might be coming back to Karachi as well. I don't know what aircraft they'd use. It'd probably be a 737, maybe a 777, I don't know. But yeah, Ethiopian, they do have, there are some rumors they might come back sometime soon. I don't know when, but don't quote me on that. But I could see Ethiopian back in Karachi. I can definitely see it happening. Egypt Air is another carrier from the continent of Africa. They're also looking at Karachi service. Egypt Air is actually planning to launch Karachi service next year. I don't have an Egypt Air model, so I couldn't include them, but Egypt Air, I think they'll be doing 737s from Cairo, starting maybe in the spring of 2021. So that's exciting. Egypt Air is looking to come back, which is great. But yeah, Ethiopian coming back would be cool too. We'd have 2 nonstops to Africa then, to the whole continent of Africa. And last but not least is the Cathay Pacific Boeing 777-300ER taxiing out for departure back to Hong Kong. I literally just added this in because I remembered Cathay Pacific flew to Karachi once, so I literally just put this one back in the I put this one in the update just now. So Cathay Pacific, like I mentioned with the Malaysia 737, Cathay used to fly to Karachi up until 2014. They ended service because of the terrorist attack. They used to operate A330s here. They did Hong Kong to Bangkok, Bangkok to Karachi, and then Karachi to Bangkok, Bangkok to Hong Kong. So they never operated a direct service to Karachi from Hong Kong, but if they do come back, and they do have plans to come back, they have rumored it, they were actually supposed to resume flights back in 2018 or 2019. They kept postponing it, and now because of the pandemic, they've postponed it even more. But Cathay Pacific is definitely going to be coming back to Karachi sometime within the next few years, and hopefully it's nonstop, because I don't think they really need a stopover in Thailand. That was kind of unnecessary, but yeah, Cathay Pacific, they are looking to come back. I don't think it'll be on the 777-300ER, most likely not. It'll most likely be the 350 or the A330-300 like it was before, because they used to fly 330s to Karachi before they ended service. So yeah, Cathay Pacific is another one I'd love to see come back. They still have their office building in Karachi. I remember whenever I would go to Karachi, the last time I was in Karachi, I actually saw their ticketing office, and I was like, wow, that's so cool. I never thought Cathay Pacific flew to Karachi. And it's kind of ironic because I literally just found out they flew to Karachi earlier this year. I never knew they flew to Karachi up until last year, earlier this year. So yeah, so they've had their ticketing office in Karachi closed for a while, but hopefully they'll be able to open it back up soon, and not sure when they'll relaunch service, but they are looking to do it soon, once the pandemic and whatever, all this drama calms down. Alright, so that concludes this airport update for Karachi. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last update of 2020. It's been a good run, and hopefully by the next update in 2021 it'll be back to your regularly scheduled aircraft, literally. But I hope you guys enjoyed the update. Let me know in the comments what airlines you think will be back in Karachi soon, and which ones you would like to see resume service. In my personal opinion, I think the top 3 would definitely be Lufthansa is definitely the most likely. That's number 1. Number 2 would probably be, in my opinion, KLM maybe. And the number 3 is probably British Airways, I think. But British Airways and KLM, they can probably switch spots. I don't really know. But let me know what you guys think. Who's going to come back first? Or who would you like to see back in Karachi in real life, obviously. So, yeah, thank you all so much for watching. The next video should be a trip report from Miami to Charlotte. I got to finish editing that. And then, yeah, so I'm on winter break now officially. Today was my last day of finals, last day of first semester at school. And I'm just going to try to get more videos out for y'all over the next 2 weeks. Hope you guys are ready for it. And if we can hit 10,000 by the new year, that would be incredible. We're like 100 subscribers away from 10,000. So let me know what you guys want to see for specials as well. If you guys have any ideas, I can't think of anything to do. I have some ideas, but I don't know if I'll be able to do them. But just let me know in the comments. That'd be great. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching the video. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm going to see you guys next time. Goodbye.